Hello and welcome. This is my second live stream uh, uh, on coding. I'm doing this project where I'm trying to make an app where you can look at um, probabilities, uh, win probabilities in real time for NFL games, um, and then calculate probabilities from what odds are at sports books, and then um, I want to build and train some model that will uh, be successful in placing bets with sports books. Finding discrepancies between the odds from sports books and the odds from statistical models, and then exploiting those discrepancies. Finding some pattern that can yield a successful betting strategy. So, I posted a video on my YouTube channel, I think it was 3 weeks ago. Um, there's me. Uh, let's see, 3 weeks ago. At some point. Um, oh, here it is. I posted this video. Um, and so this is what I've built up to this point in the pursuit of doing this. So calculating win probability um, based on live data. There are some problems with it. First of all, I'm making this in Python because Python's my most comfortable language. If there's some reason to switch, I guess the reason would be speed or whatever, then I'll do that. Um, oh shoot, is the... Oh no, the desktop audio. There is no music playing. Wait, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go listen to this live stream. Sorry, I'm not very familiar with this. I just want to make sure it's working right. Okay. Oh, I guess that didn't matter. I guess it just is. I've confirmed that that's the case. So let me go back. I didn't want to share my other desktop anymore, but I guess I will real quick. Oh, maybe it doesn't come through if I'm streaming? If it's a live stream? Man, this is confusing. I guess I could just pull it up here. Copyright free background music. For streamers, that's what I'm doing. Oh. Why can't I hear that? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's what we'll have for when I start playing. And then I will... Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, anyway, I'll shut up. I'll stop talking soon. Sorry, I'm getting this stream figured out. So, summary of what I'm trying to do today. I have this script that works. What the script does, you can go see what it does in the video. It's not a very good video because I didn't know how to edit videos at that point. And speed things up. But this the video basically shows how the script works. It's just a command line thing, and you put in a game ID. If you go to ESPN games, so I'll show what the data looks like. ESPN, not fantasy football, just NFL. Every game is assigned a unique game ID. So, for instance, Packers schedule, Packers Commanders. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Packers 2, 3. Wow. They started off 3-1 and then they lost 5 in a row. And the Lions are doing pretty well this year. No, they're not. I think the team's good though. I guess they're just not winning games. Anyway, so you can see each game has a unique game ID. 40143783. If you were to go to a different Packers game, you would get a different game ID. So, what's the relevance of that? Oh, that's just how you find a game. So you can enter a game ID for the game you want to look at, and then it goes Selenium opens up a browser, a Chrome browser. It finds everything is in web design things, or if you don't know about HTML and stuff, I don't know that much about it, but I've made a website. There are different elements in the thing. So if on most browsers you can right click on something that you want to look at and then do inspect, and then let's go find that. There's the graph, and so you scroll over each of these HTML elements and it highlights what you're on. So, it's pretty easy. You just go to here. Okay, I want this information from this graph. The win probability data, article header. So, yeah, you just keep going down until you find the one that you want. Looks like it's in there. Looks like it's the information. Anyway, so you want the information, and then you also, you want the time of the game, and you want what the win percentage is. And so, the way I handle that there, if you can see if you want to get this win probability container, you can do copy XPath or copy full XPath. And what happens if you do that is that's what an XPath looks like. And so that's just how you tell it to find an element. So the XPath will be the same on any since they structure it a certain way on any ESPN NFL win probability data. You can go find the graph element by giving it that XPath. So then there's this line down here, and here's I put down XPaths for the other information I want. And so get data element. So this function basically finds the element. You specify how you want to find it. I have the XPath, so that's what I'm going to give. And then here it is. And then you can get the text of the element, and then this is just some string formatting stuff to make it look nice and make sense, and then it spits it back. So that's for the date. This is for most recent play, so figuring out what play it is. So basically what it does, what this script here does, there's a bunch of functions. I don't know if I put any classes. Yeah, this is just functions, so just a functional script. And this goes through, it finds this element. the plot element on the web page. It goes to the middle when it finds it, so like right at halftime or whatever, and then it moves the mouse over 1 pixel and then checks to see where it's at in the game, and it keeps doing that until it's at 15 minutes left in the first quarter, which you can see down here. It shows 14:20 left in the first or whatever. So when there's 15 minutes left in the first quarter, then it knows it's at the beginning of the game, and then it starts reading forward, and moving forward 1 pixel, and then it looks to see if this new pixel corresponds with the new play. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like if you move the mouse exactly 1 pixel, it doesn't always refresh, you see. So anyway, yeah, and so it goes through, reads that data, and then saves the data. The data is all saved here. I thought I've data. Yeah, nice. So these are just some ones that I did for example. It just shows, it's either home team and away team, or away team then home team. And then it shows the date. And then it shows the only one of the team's win percentage. Oops. Oh. Wait. Oh. Oops, I went back to my normal desktop again because I already had Excel open. Dang it. I want to stop opening this desktop. There must be a better way to do this. Anyway, here's Excel. Okay, so why is it only the Cincinnati win percentage? So Green Bay, so if Green Bay's at 100, Green Bay is the away team. Yeah, so Cincinnati's the away team here. Cincinnati's the away team because here Green Bay is the away team, and if Green Bay's win probability is 100, then it's at the top of the graph, which would be 100, and then down here it corresponds with 0. Whereas Detroit, it's like inversed. And so if you want the graph to look the same, you do it this way. And so then there's also a clean time, which is just the time in seconds. You get the time in seconds and then the win probability. So if we were to plot Cleveland win percentage, insert recommended charts. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like. If you imagine this is the same as the plot that we were looking at on the web, you'd have a horizontal line here at 50. Oh, I think I hear something. Never mind, I thought someone was knocking at the door. You'd have a horizontal line at 50. And then the top half would be Cincinnati, and the bottom half would be New Orleans. So that's what the data looks like. Now that's what the data looks like if I'm looking at an old game. The step that I'm on right now is I want to read in data from old games, and then also read in betting data from the same games, and then before looking at the two, then comparing the two, then making a script for getting the data live, and then assessing some sort of latency, because there's going to be a delay between when the play happens and the NFL API processes the play or whatever. ESPN calculates win probability. The web page, they put it to their web page, and then the web page updates. So there's going to be some delay. And then there's also going to be a delay for the there's also going to be a delay for the betting odds. And so I'm making these scripts to get the historical data. Then I should be able to slightly adapt the scripts and then collect data on latency during live events, and then um, using that information about the delay that happens, I can, correct the old data and then use that to train a model, build and train a model that finds discrepancies between the odds and the finds discrepancies between the odds. Oh, the probabilities from the odds and also the probabilities from the win probability. Calculated win probability statistically. So, how do they calculate win probability statistically? There's just different models for it. They use things like momentum. Obviously, the game starts with some initial win probability that's based on a different model, but then once the game starts going, they're like live updating models, and they take into account the state of the game and like the score, how much time is left, how much momentum the teams have. There's different models and things, and I didn't really want to worry about that right now, and so that's why I'm scraping the ESPN data. If on this first iteration of like trying it, I go through and there's not really a successful model to be found, then it could be because it's just too slow getting it from ESPN, or ESPN doesn't have an interesting win probability. I just know that they use win probability, and I had this idea to do this manually, and then I thought, well, I could just code it. So, in case you don't understand how odds work, there's, I don't know if it's like British odds or European odds or whatever, they use that decimal thing. That kind of confuses me, but I know how American odds work. And so if you're the favorite, you're minus. If you're the underdog, you're plus. And what that means, if you have, say, minus 200 odds on a team, say it's that game that I was just talking about, Cincinnati versus New Orleans. Say Cincinnati is minus 200. Um, what that means is that you have to bet $200 to win $200. And the way that the sports books make money is that um, if Cincinnati was minus 200 and then New Orleans was plus 200, then you could place a bet on both teams and make no money. But you also wouldn't lose any money. Nothing would happen. But what the sports books do, how they make money, is then the odds on New Orleans might be like plus 160, which means now if you want to bet on both games, you have to spend $100 betting on New Orleans, and then spend 200. If Cincinnati wins, you lose $100. If New Orleans wins, you lose $40. And so that's how the sports books make money, and then they just shift the odds depending on how people are betting, and then you just end up with even money. Roughly the same amount of money on each side uh, of the odds, and then they win no matter what. So uh, this 160 means that you have to bet $100 to win $160. And so I have to think about this because I've done this calculation before, but I forget how it works. So if you have to bet 100, no, you have to bet 200 to win. Oh, okay, so minus 200 means you have to bet $200. So equals if that, equals if, gosh dang it, I hate Excel. They don't make it nice to type. So if this thing is less than 0, the betting amount is equal to -1 times this thing. And if it's greater than 0, then the betting amount is equal to 100. Okay. Cool. Now, this one equals if this is less than 0, you win 100. Otherwise, you win that amount. Okay, and so that means that, and so if we want to find out how much you have to bet to win, then we're saying you have to spend $200 to win 100. I'm just trying to figure out how to interpret this. How to find a percentage chance of winning. So obviously if you thought a team was 100% chance winning, I guess that would be like infinite odds. Negative infinity. But that doesn't make sense. It would cap it somewhere like minus 10,000 or something. Minus 1,000. Depends on the thing you're betting on. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. I will turn on some music. Oh, dang. Just a sec. Okay, here's music. Alright, I'm back. So one thing is, I assume no one's watching this. The main reason I see to doing this is it really motivates you to really work, because you don't want somebody to tune in and then you're not doing anything. How do you see if anyone's watching? I'm the one watching. Okay, good. I just don't know. I know no one's gonna watch. I know that's a really extremely low probability. But I also don't want to miss it if someone comments. Whatever. Back to the background music. Okay. So, where was I? We were at betting odds. Trying to figure out how to convert this to a probability. So, if it's 100, we know that if it's 100, probability is 50. So this value no, it's not that. The amount you win divided by the amount you make. So 50% is at 1. Above 50%, it goes to infinity. Below 50%, it goes to 0. And 50% is at 1. Okay, how do I make that make sense? So 0% is at 0. 50% is at 1. 100% is at infinity. 100% is at 0. I wonder if there's paint. Paint. Yeah. I can plot it. That's cool. I need a mouse. I should do this at work where I have my mouse. So, oh my god. That's fine though. Okay, so what is it? There's 0%, 0%. %50. Okay, so this is percent. 0, 50, 100. And this is 1. Man, I don't know, that's kind of confusing. It ends at 0. We know it intersects 0, 0. Wait, why does it intersect 0? Because 0%. What would those odds look like? You'd have to bet like 10,000. You'd have to bet $1 million to win $1. Maybe I'm dividing the wrong thing. It should be profit. Winnings. Yeah. Winnings divided by risk. Okay, what's that look like? So that's still 1. Now that one's 1.6. I feel like this is good. This is getting closer to the answer. Oh yeah, that's a profit. So for every dollar you bet, you get 50 cents here. Here, for every dollar you bet, you get $1.60. So for every dollar you bet, you get 50 cents. I'm having trouble figuring out what probability that equates to. Well, I know plus 100 means that they think it's a 50% probability. What's plus 200 mean? Plus 1,000 means they'll give you $10 for every dollar you bet. Which means they think there's a low probability. I don't know. I'm having trouble thinking through this. Probability from betting odds. Wait, let me think. So if it's plus 1,000, that means they pay you $10 for every dollar. That means what the hell does that mean? Does that mean there's a 10% chance of winning if you're plus 1,000. I kind of think that's what that means. Plus 1,000 should be 10% chance of winning. I think. I'll double check to make sure. Oh, 10% chance of winning. That just means that you'll get a 10x on your money. Oh. So 1 divided by... No, that wouldn't work. Minus 1,000. This should be... So 10 times you win out of 11. That's 10 to 1. Oh. No, not a date. Equals, gosh. Oh my gosh. 10, 11. Bush did 10, 11. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pop. Equals 10 divided by 11. 90% chance. Yeah, that's what that is. So for every $1, you get half a dollar. So for every $1, you get half a dollar. So why did I do 10 divided by 11? Is the amount of dollars you win divided by the total dollars. So if you bet $100, you win equals that divided by, that's right. God dang it. I hate how they don't let you do double parentheses, and you gotta remember to close it. Okay, equals D1 divided by that C1 plus D1. I believe it should be. One minus that, I think. 50% chance, that's fine, because it's still be 50, an underdog, yeah. 1. That's right, that's how you calculate it. So, now that we've got that taken care of, that's the calculation. If you're minus 200, that means you, yeah, I knew it. I knew that seemed right. Minus 200 translates to that. 67% about. Plus 160, 38% chance of winning. Plus 1,000, 0.09% chance of winning. And so the idea is you're going to have this live. My original idea was if you have this live win probability, what if you had a chart like that that constantly updates? I wish there was a game going on right now, but it's 5:30 in the morning. But if there's if this is constantly updating, imagine if you have this plot and then there's also a second plot with, you know, odds according to Vegas. And since there's that gap, there would be the Green Bay odds and then there would be the Detroit odds. And then if there's a big gap between what the odds are and what the win probability is, my hunch is that, you know, if you could do a rule, you could do, the easiest way to do it would be a simple rule. If gap greater than this size, place bet. If gap greater than this size, yeah, it would have to be under, so I have to think about what it would be. You would want to do where the, let me think, where the odds from betting are higher than the odds from the sports book are higher than the odds from the statistical win probability. So if you have if say right here, At the end of the game, that's another one. So towards the end of the game, yeah, 4 minutes left in the game. Lions have an 87% chance to win. But if Vegas gave you odds with a higher percentage, that would be bad. You wouldn't want to take that. I'm just thinking this out. So, if the Lions have an 87% chance to win, you could also phrase that as the Packers have a 13. Yeah, okay. So we're towards the end of the game. According to this, the Packers have a 13% chance of winning. But if Vegas has some odds that says the Packers have a 50% chance of winning, that would be like betting plus 100 on a team that's getting crushed. So that's not what you want to do. You want the shoot. What was that? What was that situation? Was that so? If the sportsbook odds are lower than the win probability, that would be like if there's a 13% chance the Packers win, but the sportsbook odds have a 5% chance the Packers win. And okay, so the extreme would be okay, let's say it's 50-50. We're here in the game. There's a 50% chance that each team wins. Now that should be plus 100. 50% chance Green Bay wins. So Green Bay should be plus 100. But if Vegas has the odds of Green Bay winning lower, then you take it. So if Vegas odds, the rule is if the Vegas odds are lower than the win probability for a team by a certain amount, then make the bet. That's the rule I'm looking for. So the first step will be get this data read in, figure out that latency problem so that I know how to adjust the data, the historical data, and then it will be look through the historical data and pick random gaps that I choose as the threshold. You know, like there has to be at least a 5% difference between the sportsbook odds. The sportsbook odds have to be at least 5% lower than the win probability. Or you could try 10% lower. And then go through, try a bunch of different strategies. And then hopefully find something successful. If that doesn't work, then I could try something more complicated, and if that doesn't work, then I could try doing my own, calculating my own win probability. The problem with I forgot. That's the problem with calculating your own win probability is there's a whole big headache about the NFL API, and I forget because I mix it up with other things, but there's something like I think the NFL API might not release its data, or at least they make you pay. NFL API developer portal. Oh, so yeah, this company has a NFL API. Developer.nfl.com. Yeah, that's right. Developer portal access is only available to NFL partners and clients. If you have any questions, please contact. And they had this cool. The first time I tried to do this was in 2020, and they have this cool. Nope, not Pygame. Oops. Oh, what the heck? What the heck was that library? There's this cool library that this guy maintained. NFL game, I think it is. What is happening? NFL game. Python package. Man, I wonder. NFL Game Center, yeah. Real-time data, blah 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 blah, boo 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 boo. 2009 up through current. At some point, the guy put on his GitHub that they weren't letting him get data anymore. Latest version, pip install NFL game. Where is the GitHub? Actively maintained fork. And depressingly, even this. Yep, that's right. It used to work with real data, but now it's only not only works with historic data. He's a bitter coder. NFL game redux. So I wonder. Oh, that's right. However, the NFL has nuked the feeds this project relies on, effectively killing it overnight. This has been a concerted effort to include the historic data. Well, maybe I could be the new maintainer. I wonder what you have to do. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you feel like you're the one who can give NFL game the TLC. I'm not a great coder, but I definitely am passionate about it. It is ridiculous. They shut down this feeds, and it's like, why don't they? What a bunch of fucking morons. Because they could just. Derek Adair, that's his name. He's a cool guy. I've been following him for like 2 years in silence. NFL partner. So maybe you could become an NFL partner after get NFL access token. I just want to see how much it is. No. Yeah, I don't know if I can even access this. So basically, that was the motivation behind it. I remember reading that. He says they nuked the feeds that the project relies on. Man, that is just sad. NFL game redux. NFL game. I don't understand what this means. Why did he make a new one called Redux? But it doesn't seem like anyone's working on it. Unless it's just historic. Yeah, that's old info. Anyway, that thing's set. So that's why my goal now is to. That's how the odds work. After I figured that out, you look for a certain gap between the odds and the win probability. If the odds are a certain amount beneath the win probability, then oops, I don't want to save that. If the odds are a certain amount below the win probability, then you just you bet. You do that a gajillion times and then see hopefully you gradually approach a successful solution using some optimization technique. So, back to where I'm at today. Oh yes, my notes. Find method that makes it easier to find games. That's not that important. Make GUI. Figure out how to get. Yes, that's my main to do today. Right. Other to-dos that I mentioned are I have to write code for reading in odds data, and hopefully you'd be able to do that between different sites. Write code for reading in odds data. What would be really cool is if you could do different sites at once, and then if I could make an app that made it easy to arbitrage, and you could just like pull up, say, I don't really know a lot of sports books, but pull up 2 random sports books and look at their live odds, and then as soon as you see that they're not the same, bet them both in a favorable way. You should be able to do that with a click of a button. That would make it really easy for people to make money. Okay, so code get play history.py. What next? Oh, that's not what I'm doing. That's just what I was looking at. That's what was up on my desktop. So what I want to do, Selenium isn't working. Oh, I want to read in the odds data. And what else do I want to do? Figure out how to read in the odds data. Oh, write live script for win prob scraping, write live script for odds data, and do latency assessments. Okay. Okay. So, time to figure out how to get Selenium working. I will stop talking and turn on some music. Oops. I thought the music was on, but I guess I paused it. It is going. Never mind. My headphone sound was off. Anyway, here's some music, and I'm gonna try to figure this out. Okay, so it looks like, at least I think, it seems like I was using the wrong version of Chrome driver, which I don't understand because I didn't update Chrome. The Chrome, my browser version is 107 right now, and my Chrome driver is 105. But this worked 3 weeks ago. Worked 3 weeks ago when I ran it, and I haven't updated Chrome since then, so I don't know, but I'm hoping this is the issue. Win32. What about Win64? Did they not do that? Oh. The other one was Win32 also, I guess. Okay. So anyway, that's the problem. I figured it out. Now I'm ready to go to the next thing, I hope. And I will keep doing this. Back to the music. Okay, so where are we at now? Oh yeah, so I got the new Chrome driver in. That seems like it's going good. Win32 underscore 107. And now we should print the home and away teams. If the home and away teams print, then we know we're good. We just have to change it in the other place, and then everything is good to go. Okay, so let's run the file again. Oh, it's not letting me do the same thing for some reason. Okay, we put the game ID in. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! It seems like it's working. It shuts down. Yep. Home Detroit, away Green Bay, and then it'll crash again because I didn't change where the driver is called in the other place. The code isn't very good right now because it opens up. It's just dumb. I've made the driver for find home and away. And I should pass the driver as an argument instead. So what? Oh, yeah. So now I just need to do the same change in the other place. That's easy. So where's the driver? Okay, I could take this out. Just put in there, and then driver literally will put the same exact thing. Heck yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Well, it will be nice to have this figured out, and now that my script still works. Python get play history. Why won't it go up now? God dang it. Okay, so let's get the game ID, copy, paste. Fingers crossed. It should go down to the plot and start going backwards. There it is. Just like I said, it ends up always at the middle of the plot, and then it starts working its way backwards. Nice. Cool. Very cool. And then here it prints out what it's doing. So obviously this goes kind of slow, and for the live version it's gonna have to be, you know, way quicker. But that's okay. That is a-okay. Okay, cool. I was just checking to see if there are any viewers on my stream, which, of course, there are not. Anyway, look, it then shows here, first play has been reached. Now it's going. I'm just gonna let that finish. The script also fails sometimes. I'm not sure why. Oftentimes though it fails and then I run it again and it works. So I don't know what causes it to fail, if it's a selenium thing or something. Oh! It just did it there, I think. Yeah, I did do it there. I think it happens if I like scroll over the Chrome window or something like that. Well, the only thing that matters now is that it works, so this thing's looking wacky. Okay, so now we could move this, make GUI. GUI could go down on the to-do. I don't think that's that important right now. That'll be like way down towards the end. Find method that makes it easier. Oh, that's still important. That might be what I do now. Figure out how to get Selenium Chrome driver working again. So that's done. Write code for reading in. God, I hate that stupid Grammarly thing. It's a pain in the ass. I don't care if this isn't fancy. Yeah. We're good in Notepad. We don't need grammar. That's why it's Notepad. Write live script for when probability scraping. That's going to be annoying because it'll have to be while games are going on. I should do that this Sunday. Live script for odds data, same thing. Latency assessment. So, method that makes it easier to find games. I guess I also want to organize code in classes. That would be nice. So I could have a main file. I never quite figured out the Python convention of what I should do. What to name my main file with functions and classes Python. Huh. I don't know. I don't think it matters very much. Famous last words. Okay, so organize in classes, because I want to be able to get game data. Okay, also, I want to write a function that looks to see if the data already exists. If the data exists, return / plot the data, else go web scraping or prompt user asking if they want to go scrape it. So as far as organizing into classes, I think there's really only one thing. Sorry, I'm just looking at the code right now. So, yeah. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is organize it into classes then. So, I already have organized classes. I wonder what I have in there. Get play history. Oh, class game. I already did this? Terrific. Okay, okay. Oh shoot, I don't want to be in here. God dang it. It took me back to the other desktop again. Okay, back where I belong. Oh, that's because I'm using Ubuntu. My Ubuntu window. I should use this window, except it's all messed up. Code. Get play. Oh. Import. Okay. So now we go Python. We could do import organized classes. Oops. Import organized classes. Now G is equal to game. I vaguely remember doing this. I just didn't realize I got so far. Game ID. Oh man. Back to that Packers game. What was the game ID? Copy. They make Aaron Rodgers look good in that picture. Oh. Organize minus classes dot game. Okay, G dot. G dot log plays. If I want to log the plays, do I have to first define first play? Oh, I need to fix that thing. That driver anyway. Delete all that shit. Options, blah blah blah. Oh, it is nicer. It looks nicer. Just do this simple service thing. But fine. But I don't see any get home and away here. Yeah, I don't think that that is quite complete. I also have, I think I clean data string. Yeah, so this is old, I think. So we do have a function for finding the first play. It'd just be so much easier to just put this whole thing in a class, but I can't think of how to do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go back to the bathroom again. Okay, I'm back. So shoot. I forgot to turn music on, but that's okay. I forgot to unmute the music. One more sec, I'm gonna turn some lights on in here. And I gotta drink more water. Okay. So where am I at? Find home and away. Want to organize classes. Organize code into classes. So, I wonder how far away this is. So, driver is equal to none. This is just so that it doesn't open up a brand new driver every time. So if driver is none, then we go through, oh no, we could actually forget about all of that. We could say, just if driver is none, set up this crap. Oh, but away path is the same. So, oh, that's actually it, just those two lines, that's right. Okay, so, so that function's good. So I think I'm just gonna focus on this window. Split this up into two. Oops. And I gotta find something else to call it. I don't know if I could create files from here using touch, or if like that's a Linux thing. Touch. What would be a cool thing to name it? Just looking at the other files I have. Well, the first class would be game. I guess some other classes I might make are like sets of games. Um, hmm. Yeah, I could just call this games.py. I think that would be fine. Oh yeah, it doesn't exist. This would be good. It's good to learn this stuff. How to make a file in Windows. Windows, create, file. Type, echo. That's kind of confusing. fsutil file. To create a file on a mapped drive. What? Windows, create file, cmd. Echo. So I wonder if I could just say echo space something pi. I don't know what that means. So it's 1 byte code. Games.py. I'm pretty sure that 1 byte is just this space. Yeah. Weird. Well, whatever. Whatever. So, don't need debugger right now. Need the rest of this crap. From Selenium import webdriver.common. Let's see. .common .keys .keys as keys. From Selenium import WebDriver. Okay. From Selenium import WebDriver. .common. Here's the PD from selenium.webdriver.common.by import by. Keys by action chains. Oop, did I remember to turn the music back on? No, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on because I'm not talking anymore. Oops. Okay, so the music should be muted. I forgot to unmute my microphone. So it's 7:20 right now. I have to get going for work at 8, so I have 40 minutes. This part is very boring, not interesting. Just getting my script to work in the form of classes and methods. Let's see, so once I get this done, once I get this boring part done, organize code into classes. That'll be done. Then write function to see if the data already exists. If the data exists, that seems kind of boring. I'll move that down. Write code for reading in odds data. Add a way to search for games without having to look up game ID. That's also what I want. That one seems interesting. Oh, can't solve this too, but this is more a succinct way to put it. Add a way to search for games without having to look up game ID. So you could be like, look for game, like, specify week, team, season. One or any of them. Get all games. You could do like 2021, all games from 2021. That might be too much though, so I don't know. You might have to do at most all games from a week. I don't know. Or all games from one team. Anyway, so okay, so I'm hoping to finish this boring part right now, and then also finish this boring part. Or at least get going on that part, and actually, I'll take care of this part too. Cool, and then the next thing's fun too. The next thing's fun, and it will be easy. Reading in odds is gonna be hard, I think. I don't really know, I guess. Write live script for when probability scraping. Okay. I'm almost done with organizing it into classes. I'm going to put the music back on, try to grind through this to the end real quick, and then get to a more interesting part. If you're watching this, I don't know why, but thank you. I have no viewers. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I figured this part would be interesting that happens. So the first thing that happens in and so with this, hopefully what you should be able to do is you just instantiate an object of this class game. And so all you have to do is when you put in the initialization, you just put in the ID of the game that you want to find. And so you put in that ID, and then you can just do, so you can do like G equals capital G game, and then in parentheses you put the ID of the game you want. And then you can do G dot get play history, and then empty parentheses. And that's all you have to do, and it'll go grab the play history for that game instead of having this whole complicated script, which will be nice. So, and then that will be kind of like the basis around which the rest of the stuff is built. So there will be like this nice, easy little function, and at any point, this is how I'm gonna get all my data. Basically, there's gonna be some way where I figure out how far back you could get this win probability data. Also, it should be I should find a way to figure out if they change how they calculate win probability, or some information on that. Otherwise, I'll have to be very careful in how I look at the data. But yeah, get as much win probability data as I can. So now that I'll have this, I could basically easily make a little function that says get win probability of game ID. From there, I can make a function that says like get games based on this week, get games based on this team, get games based on this season. And then once I have get game IDs based on this season, I can just make a script that well, first I'll look on the internet and see how far back I could get the win probability information. Maybe going back to 2016 season, 2015 season, I don't know. Maybe it's when 2009 or whatever, when they first started doing the live stuff. So I'll be able to get that, the live win probability info, and then use the live win probability info. Well, let me think. Oh, okay, so figure out when is the earliest that they had the win probability info. Figure out whatever season that is, then just do my function, get games for this, game IDs for this season, and then, just loop through the seasons back to the first one where it's available, get a list of every game, and then easy. Run through, do this function for every list, and it automatically saves in that format that I saved it in. So, here, so automatically it's easy to know what game it is, or index if you want to go find the CSV file. You could easily specify it. Obviously, this is Chicago versus San Francisco on September 11th, 2022. There's not going to be another game that's confused with. So, and that's all wrapped up in here, literally in 2 lines. G equals game, and then put the game ID in parentheses, and then do G dot get play history, empty parentheses. You only got to know one thing, which is the game ID. So the first thing that it does is it goes to the plot. Okay. Then I do find first play. So then self dot find first play. Okay. And then I move over by 1. -1, I forgot why I did that, but I don't know, it was maybe a month ago that I did all this, finished this, the web scraping part. Actions.move by offset, define clean data string. Okay, so that's nothing. Log plays, nothing. Okay, and then they do rows. Nice, okay. So then we could do rows is equal to self dot long plays. Date is equal to self dot get date. What does that do? Get date? Did I define this? Or is it not in there? Get date. Get vowels, go to plot, find first play, log plays. No, I don't have any get date. Get date, driver dot find element. Okay, that'll be easy. Okay, define. Shit. I don't know what's up with my tab. Every time I press tab, the cursor just goes away. Okay, get date. Self dot d dot driver dot find element by xpath self dot game date xpath. Well, that's pretty easy. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was supposed to narrate this. Yeah, so then I was adding in that get date function. That's just so it can save to the file name the right way. So first it goes to the plot, then it goes left till it finds the first play, then it figures out what the date is. I guess the order of that doesn't really matter. Then it moves by -1. Then you start logging the plays. I had to sneeze. Okay, so then you start logging the plays. Logging the plays to stay consistent should just write to self, so I don't have to do this rows thing. So I could just do self.log plays. Okay. Okay, so first I go to the plot, then I go over to the first play, then I get the date, then I move by -1, then I log all the plays, step through the plays. Okay. Log plays date equal to get date. Teams is equal to find how long way. So I already know that. I don't need to call that function a gajillion times like I did. So this becomes self dot. Oh, teams of 0 should be the away team. Cincinnati versus New Orleans. What's it look like? New Orleans versus Cincinnati. So New Orleans home team first. Okay. Okay, so that's the right format for it to be saved in. Save as a .csv, self.date. Okay. And then away team is equal to teams. Oh, that doesn't matter. I already know that. So now win percentage name is equal to F for away team win percentage. What does that mean? Win percentage name. Oh. Should I make another function for saving to the plot? Saving the plot. May as well. Define, save, plot. I think this makes sense. I might just delete it in a bit though. Okay. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4. So annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So annoying. Okay, save plot. What am I gonna do here? So maybe it would be better to just do plot and save. I should make a title of the plot. From matplotlib import, from matplot, oh yeah, that's right, import pyplot as plot. Okay, and then we could do save name. I mean, come on, I'll just put this at the top. That's silly, man. Okay, so got that. Oh, but that's the data. So I could just call this save data. Save data actually. And then plot is equal to false. And then in get play history, you could choose to plot as well. I would rather have this be true. And then, well, it doesn't even matter. I'm just doing data right now, so I might as well focus on writing a function for saving the data. So I have the save name. I already have the away team. Well, that's easy. And if I'm doing if I'm doing a boolean in this function, but then I'm just calling it in the next function and also passing a boolean to the next function, I could just add the plotting part in the next function, but I want the next function to be clean, so I could just make a plot function. Okay, so away team becomes self.away, and rows doesn't matter, it's just self.data. Save name is save name. Okay, finally, plot results. And then obviously it's self, and then probably you want save name. What I like to do, I don't know if this is standard or if it makes sense, this just makes sense to me. I do save name equals a blank string, and then if save name is I'll call the condition later. Later I'll say if save name is not equal to that. So if there is some save name, then save it. If save name is not equal to that, I'm gonna say pass because I'm gonna leave that for later. Don't want to deal with it now. And then, so plot results. I already imported matplotlib. Oh yeah, I didn't add a title or anything, so you can do plt.subtitle. What the hell do you call it? I guess self. It'll be a function string and self.home versus self.away and then did you get date self.date get date self dot what do I call the date? Self dot get date. Where did I put that? Oh, right there. Duh. Self dot date. Okay. Oh, that's easy. Self dot date. What's the date look like? September 11th or 9/11? Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll look good. This I'm gonna call tight date. And then the pretty date, which looks nice, is just date, because you don't want the commas and spaces replaced. But you do want those if you're naming a file. So, and then so that's get date, and then save data, self dot tight date, date. I have to change that. Reference and this one to pretty date. Cool. Okay. Now what? This is taking longer than I thought it would. Oh, that was because I wanted to add a plot title. Okay. I always forget how to add axis labels in matplotlib. Add axis labels matplotlib. Oh, that's right. X label, Y label. Okay, so the X label is time, game time in seconds, and then the Y label is it's too bad. I need to figure out a way to make it. Oh, okay. So this I can add to my to-dos. make graph look like it does on ESPN.com and make interactive. Because right now, right now it's just showing the home team win probability. Like I was explaining, you don't see the top and the bottom. It's not nice like that. It's not nice and intuitive. I like how ESPN does that graph. So where am I at? Y label is uh, a function string and self dot home win probability as a percentage. Okay, so we have home versus away, and then the date, and then if save name is not equal to nothing, we're gonna save it. Well, I guess I'll just try to save it. plt.save fig, save name, and I just want to try to save it in case they do a save name that doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to raise exception. I'm not good with this stuff. I don't know how to print a warning, so I'll just print it out to them. Warning. Plot not saved. Okay. And then you do plot.show. Okay, I think this should work. So, plot results. Plot equals true. Okay. Now, if plot is equal to true, if save name, if plot is equal to true, we just do plot results of save name. If plot is equal to true, self.plot results of save name. Cool. I guess I should be consistent in how I write save name. Did I do save data? No. Okay. Self.save data. Okay. This looks pretty good. I think it should be good to go. Here's my big test. Oop. There's some stuff that doesn't make sense still. Clean time. What does that mean? clean time. Data.append. Define clean time. Oh. Oh. Buddy. What's up, brother? Oh, that's my dog. He's barking. He wants to go for a walk. We're going for a walk at 8. Damn it, in 3 minutes. Okay, clean time. I gotta figure this out. Clean time. How to do this. Data.append. String cleaner.clean time. Clean time. Well, I mean, I could just literally just pop that in. It's not the most efficient thing, but it'll get the job done. And I don't really feel like figuring it out, and Buddy has to go for a walk. So, is everything else good? Clean data string. Oh man, you need both. Oh well. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up because it's so ugly. Clean up games.py string cleaning functions slash classes are redundant. Okay. Now, clean data string. Okay, return data. Is it this? No. Clean time. Okay. Okay, good gosh. I think that should be good now. Okay, let's see if we can run this. So, I want to do a game I've for sure never done before. Zoomed way in. I know I haven't done... Well, I haven't done this since this Sunday, so... So my favorite team is the Seahawks. NFL, NFC West, the Hawks, Gino. Man, the Hawks are playing well. Lost last week, but we're playing well. I don't want to see that though, so we could get this game ID 4014378828. Cool. I'm just gonna check one more time that I'm showing the plot. I don't want it to go through this whole thing. And then don't want to go through this whole thing and I don't even see the plot that it generates because I do want to see what it looks like. Okay, plot. This looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna open this up. Let's go into Python. Now let's import games. Let's just do from games import game, which is the class I just created. What the heck? What does that mean? Source code string cannot contain null bytes. I bet it's because of how I created the file. What does that mean? I bet it's because I did that echo space to the file. I can't think of another reason. Mac OS. I'm on Windows. Seems to be a problem. Value error string cannot contain null bytes. What in the heck? I'll just go create rating. Okay, so new file, Python file. I want to save this as games2. It's just my lazy name for it. Now, let's get out of here. Let's go into Python. Let's from games2 import game. What the heck? Action chains dot init. Line 3. I see. Keys by action chains. Action chains dot action chains. Huh. Okay. I'll just forget about that one then. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So take that out. Keys and by. Now you put in here from selenium dot webdriver dot common dot action chains import action chains. Okay, I might have to do that with all of them, which would be stupid. My thing to save time. It might be because of those parentheses. I don't know. If I run into more trouble, that's what I'll do. Okay, whatever. Okay, okie dokie. So, exit again. Selenium. Oh, selenium. Okay. God damn it. Source code cannot contain null bytes. Source code string cannot contain null bytes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Import games 2. Yes. Cool. Okay. Exit. Okay, let's go in from games 2, import game. G, just like I was saying, G equals game. And what is the ID of our game? Okay, 4014. 4014. Ah. Shoot. 37828. 37828. Okay. From games 2 import game. Now G equals game and give the ID of the game. Oh, this thing opens it up. Let me go look at this game. Son of a bitch. Has no attribute home path. I thought I added those X paths. Oh. Okay. So I'll have to Control C. Oh no, I need to import the package again. Okay, I think that should work. Unless I made more errors, which is likely. It showed me that USB thing earlier. Oh, so it wants you to... Okay, so the problem is that self.d.get http. Yeah, that's not what we want to do. We don't even want to go to the web address until you say, let's get the play history. So, oops, where's the desired HTTP? Oh yeah, it's not up there, it's under game. Okay, there it is. Very good. Okay. And I'm going to put in here self.id equals ID. So then I could reference it later in this function. Now you get the HTTP, and then you get the home and away teams. Okay, very good. Now, I will no longer have the confidence to say that there will not be errors, but let's see how it goes. Okay. What the hell? It's still opened up. G.get play history self.d.get http find first play. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so let's import the class. Then let's say g equals game. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I forgot what the ID was. There we go. Why is it still opening the browser? I guess that happens when you define the driver then. Oh, maybe I do it in driver handler. That's right, that's right, that's right. You don't want to get the HTTP until you want to get the HTTP. Cool. So, get HTTP. So that won't be called till down there. Terrific. Alrighty. Now, should be good. Okay, importing our class. Now, yes, g equals game. Now we should just be able to do g.get. Finally, like I mentioned an hour ago, now we could just do g.get play history. Plot is always equal to true. So I'm going to leave that. Save name is equal to, I'm going to put it back out in the main. Plot, let's put it in here. Test1.png. Fingers crossed, here it goes. Bah, dang it. Okay. Driver handler. Oh. Well, that's just a stupid mistake because it's not self.d.xpath. It's just self.xpath. Find element. %xpath. Okay. That should be good. Okay, Control C that one. From games, import game. G equals game. And now we do our get play history. Fingers crossed. Opens up the browser. Hey, there it goes. Now it's looking through the plays. For the first play, wow, this is going pretty quick. I think it goes faster than it did. I'll have to time the two to document the speed up, because that's exciting. If it's true, but I'm pretty sure this is faster. The last one took forever. The script. But of course that makes sense, because things are more organized. But man, this is nice. Get to watch this, rewatch the Seahawks win in real time. But the Cardinals are awful. Poor Kyler Murray, I hope he figures it out. So I'm just gonna wait here and make sure everything goes well with this. If everything does go well, it's probably like one step away. I'll do it probably on the next stream I do. I get to the point where I can just pull the data for every game. Bitch. Fuck. Web element. Oh. So stupid. So stupid. Okay. 193. Date dot text dot replace, and this is date dot text. Yep, that should be good. Man, I can't believe it. I guess that's why I wish I had done it differently. The order where I define things in get play history function. I wish I had known that at the beginning instead of watching it go all the way back to 0 and then finding it out. But oh well. Alright, so here's our game. There we go. And it's gonna go find the game. Oh, that kind of ruins the aesthetic. You can't see it. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah, dang it. I'll have to restart this. Do it again. I'm confused on what's happening. I think it's because I keep messing up by going over this screen. Now it's going well. Yeah, now it's walking back through the data. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's because I put my mouse on the screen or if I accidentally click on this. By on the screen, I mean like on the Google Chrome window that Selenium is in control of. Oh. I do see that it's going back so fast that it's just printing. Oh, it's printing every play. I think that's why I thought it was faster. I don't think it is faster, but before it would only print a new play, but I didn't do that here. I just told it to, I put the print statement. I didn't do the function print vals. I thought that was pointless because so it should be a little bit faster because the other one printed the values every time, which runs get values, I think. It either runs get values or runs the exact same procedure. Yes, there we go. So there it shows first play has been reached, and it launches forward into the next plays. So pretty cool. In maybe just a few minutes, we should know if the plotting and everything works too. I was supposed to finish 22 minutes ago. That's okay. I want to finish this. I want to make sure it's done and then move on to the next thing. And that's the name of the game when it comes to coding. You just gotta be slow and steady. That's what makes coding so fun, is you don't need to be good or talented, you just have to be determined. It helps to be good and talented, obviously, but if you get a unique idea and you want to make something, you don't need to be talented, you just need to keep at it until you figure it out. If you have a unique enough idea, there's not a time constraint, so you don't have to beat other people. Buddy really wants to go for a walk. Okay. Where are we at in the game? We're in the third quarter, 6:38 left. It's interesting, you can see if you look towards the end of the game, the data points get a lot closer, and that's when Arizona's calling timeouts or something like that, or Arizona has the ball and they're just passing it or something. I bet they score when there's the big spike. Yeah. Yep. Now they're just being conservative, and you get way more data points, or the data points are way more concentrated on the time axis. Seahawks win. Okay, it's about to do the plot. That's exciting. Come on. Oh no. I forgot to actually plot the data. That's stupid. But at least it looks nice. Arizona versus Seattle. Oh, I did mess up. Seattle has that's the Seattle win probability. Okay, so I have to change the y-axis to say Seattle win probability, and I have to change the x-axis to, no, x-axis is good. I just have to change it so that it actually reads the data. Okay, cool. Okay, so we can close out of there. We can exit out of here. Go here, plt.plot, and what are we plotting? Self dot data log plays data. Self dot data is equal to data. Self dot data is equal to data. So it moves it, gets the new vowels, and what's it do with the new vowels? Data dot append. Oh, so it does clean the time. Oh, okay, so it's something, and then something else, and then clean time, and then the other. Dang, I should put somewhere what the format of the data is, because now I'm confused. Obviously, that's the time in seconds. Oh, new vals, save data, self.data. Oh, so it's raw, so it's time. Oh, we don't want raw time though. Raw win percentage. Just what do I plot here? Or I guess in the script. plt.plot. Oh, yeah, it's right there. So df equals pd.dataframe, so save data. Self.df, so I can access it. And then plot results, plt.plot, self.df of clean time. Self.df of win percentage name? What the hell does that mean? Oh. Win percentage name is equal to, win percentage is really win probability, but since it's on percentage, that's why I called it that. Function string self dot away underscore win underscore pct. Okay, so win percentage win percentage. So df is equal to, oh, cool. Okay. And that should be it, I believe. Oh, need to change it from y label self.home self.away. Okay. Now we could go pull up another game. Could just do the Cardinals game from this last weekend. Oh, they beat the Rams? I didn't realize that. Man, the division looked so good and now it looks awful. Except for the Hawks and the Niners. The Niners are good. There's my alarm. Man, I'm taking way too much time. Okay. Reading ESPN win probability. So let's go pi. Let's go from games to import game. G equals game. There's our number right up there in the URL. 4014378441. And then G dot get. Damn it, I forgot. Get play history. This will be plot test 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna let this run while some music plays so that I can start to get ready. Okay. Here's some music. Okay, well that's not what I wanted. I did not expect that to happen. What the heck? Unable to locate element. Oh. Game package, game information. I haven't run into that issue before. Usually, I've never had an XPath not work. First play has been reached. And self.getDate. It couldn't find the date. Where is the date XPath? Or where is the date, I guess I'm saying. Where's that element? The date. Oh, cause it's probably cause it's from last week. So it doesn't show it as a historic date. That's my guess. Let's go back. Oh shit, wrong browser. Okay, let's go back. These are the Cardinals. Is there a date here? Where is there a date? Could it be that? Is that the thing I'm pulling? That's a date for sure. Okay. I bet that's it. Because that says 4 days. This says a date. Let's go to the Saints versus the Cardinals. I might have actually pulled this game already. Let's go to the Saints. Saints versus the Ravens. I haven't looked at this game. Okay. Well then, I can... What am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna scrape this game. So exit out of here. Control C. Okay, this one's 401 4378 31. Okay, so that's our game. Beautiful. Okay, once again, I'm gonna leave you with some music and hope that this goes better than last time. Let's hope this works right here. Fingers crossed. Nice. Now it's going forward. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that was just a problem with um uh the date. What the hell is happening? I have I have two progress files open. Oh, it quit early. What happened? Oh, maybe because I was messing with it? Well, at least the plot looks good. Okay. I need to make sure these are the same first. The last thing to do is clean up games. No. Okay. Need to find all IDs. Make graph look like it does. Figure out how to get selenium. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Now, time to... I'll just try it again. Which sucks, but... Okay. Trying that again. So back to the notes. What was it that I was just talking about? Let's think. Okay, so I have to clean it up. So, oh, yeah, that's right. So, I want to test whether the failure encountered in last week's Cardinals Rams game was indeed because the game was last week. My hunch is that games from over a week ago. Let's hope it works. First play has been reached. Cool. Okay, figure out how to... Okay, my hunch is that games from over a week ago have a date associated with them, whereas games from the past week do not. Cool. And saved. So, it's still going. If it quits somewhere in here, then it'll be weird because it quits at a certain point. I hope that's not the case. That would suck. But it seems like it's doing pretty well. I'm not gonna tune out and do music again. I'll just hang out here until it is done. Hoping it works this time. I think if I don't get it to work this time... Oop, gotta charge my phone. I think if I don't get it to work this time, then I'll just have to give it up for today and try either later tonight or tomorrow. Because I have to get to work and walk my dog. But it's doing pretty well. Plugging along. Maybe another thing to do once I have the live data, once I have it figured out how to read in the live data, I should do stuff for live plotting And then that would be really interesting to see what's the delay between the action that's happening and what's happening on the plots. Getting close to done. 6 minutes left in the fourth, 5 minutes left in the fourth, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please be a good graph. There it is. And if we stretch it out to be the same dimensions, you can see that it's the same graph. Starts up here at above 50%, never drops below 50%. Boom. Nice. So, now that I have this data, now I can go get, so now I have a method for getting data from any game. Now the next mission is to go through and put all of this in a big data set. Go through every game where the win probability data is available and put it in a data set. And then I could advertise the data set or whatever. Maybe people would be interested in it. And then the next step would be getting historic betting data. I'm not sure how to do that. So figure out how to get historic betting data. And then build a database for the betting data. Then build something for getting the win probabilities live, and build something for getting the odds live, and then do an assessment for the latency of each of those. And then using that latency assessment, I can put the odds data and the win probability data, or I could write functions for correcting win probability data, write a function for correcting odds data, and then use those functions and the data I already have to put those into the same data set. And from there I can start to train my model. So that's where I'm at. Thanks for watching this stream if you watched. Yeah. Goodbye.